How's it going, y'all? Happy Arm Day. So, I'm not really going to spend too much time on the intro, but today we're going to go ahead and work on arms. I think we're going to kind of focus a lot more on triceps today. Triceps, forearms. Um, so yeah, um, right now I'm going ahead on the dip machine. We're going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 sets. Do a 10, 8, 6, 4. 10, 8, 6, 4 for 4 sets. Go up with weight. Did my warm-ups already. I'm just gonna kind of go ahead and just jump into it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, folks, so for the dips, rather than having them wide, set wide, have them more close, narrow, just kind of having a regular standard posture as I'm pushing down, working the tries or having the tries work themselves while doing this. But yeah, it's not too bad with the whole assisted dips. But right now we have it set to 125, and go ahead and get our second set going. Okay, let's go ahead and transition to our third set. So, knowing how I'm very absent-minded when it comes to things like this, first set, I did 10. Second set, I think I did 10 as well. Third set, did 8, I think, But I'm not really trying to think too much about it. It feels real good right now. Prior to coming, just got real fueled up with like some cranberry juice and water, and had some carbs in my system. But feeling real nice right now. So even though this is kind of like the first exercise, it's going real good. So go ahead and get that fourth set. Have it set to 205. Let's go ahead and get that going and kind of get squared away for the next station. That's it, folks. We are done for our dips. Okay, folks, so we're gonna go ahead and do an isolated tricep extension with the ropes. Mentioned this in my previous, video from last week. It's one of those exercises that you get a lot more kind of elongation, if I would say it, and then a lot of just kind of targeting that muscle group. I really can't find the words that I'm trying to really say. Bear with me. But what I'm trying to get at is we're able to go ahead and isolate that one particular muscle and work on it better than what we get with something a little bit more contracted or having to stop at our hips. We're able to go ahead and fully extend, hyperextend, and finish through while go ahead and developing that muscle group. So let's go ahead and do 10, get that going, and yeah. 3. Okay, so we're gonna go for a second set. Went up with the weight. And same thing, just trying to go down, finish all the way down, flick and rest as we're going down. So So we're gonna go ahead and now work on a triangular tricep push down. This one, as I am going down, I'm going to push, 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 push. As I come down, kind of go ahead and put a lot of the tension on my palms or at the base of my wrist, really. So that way I could kind of get more of a push going off my triceps. So it's better than going ahead and moving and converting my wrist forward, because I won't really get that tension that I'm looking for. As we're kind of coming up, we're not trying to go all the way up, like all the way up here. We're trying to keep that tension going here from the elbows, tricep area down. Okay, we're gonna go ahead for a second set. Try and go for 10 again. Even though I went past him, still we're gonna go ahead and go for 10. Okay. As we're going for this third set, it's gonna be a little bit heavier than usual. Trying to keep as much as possible just to kind of keep it 9 degrees and finish down. But other than that, let's go ahead and try and get this out the way. And then I'll show you kind of like a new movement for today for triceps. And that is it, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and do another variation of a tricep extension. I personally don't like using the dumbbells. I just feel like I'm limited to my range of motion when it comes to using the dumbbells. But I like using the cables. So I'm using the cables, I'm trying to go ahead and just try and flex and stretch my triceps. So as I'm going ahead and I have the cables here, the more I could kind of get my elbows up and get that stretch off the tricep, you start to work it a little bit more, you know? Nice stretch. And once you lock out and you're flexing your tricep, hey, a little faster development, a little bit better development. So go ahead and start off with the first variations for this. Go ahead and go 10, and then I'll show you another one. And that is it for that first one. Go ahead and go into set number 2. And for this one, it's not like I'm doing like a crazy amount of weight. It's just something where it's kind of like medium-ish, not too light, but something where I could go ahead, kind of push myself, follow through, and mind and muscle connect as I'm reaching to the top or extended. So go ahead and get into the second one. That was good. And that was 44 pounds. Imagine 44 pounds and just trying to reach all the way back to reach up to the top. Yeah, it could kind of get to you. Second variation that I'm going to go ahead and show, rather than we're going ahead like here, I was doing the tricep extensions, we're going to kind of flare our elbows a little bit more out, like almost like a V shape, or like one of those airline patrol units, gentlemen, ladies, how I call it, where you're just kind of like directing the plane. But we're gonna go ahead and go here as we're coming down, flaring up from a horizontal, or yeah, we're technically coming from a horizontal approach. So we're coming back here, flaring up, trying to twist our wrists outwards as we reach the top. Start working the outer long head of our triceps. So let's go ahead and get that going. That's it for that first set. That is it for that one. So as we have the cable machine like this already, I'm gonna go ahead and just start working on doing the tricep extensions cable down at the bottom. Like I said, just try and work on that range of motion. So I'll say, like, the picture idea, like for this at least, think of like you're going for bowling. So you're kind of like those professional bowlers. They have the ball here, they're coming all the way back, they're stopping right here to then try and do a follow through with their roll. Same concept. We're here, coming back, as we're coming down the roll, just follow through. So as you're trying to go ahead and make the mind and muscle connection and think, all right, well, I'm coming here, and I start to feel triceps start to contract, that's it. You know, I'm not all the way up here. Imagine you're seeing the difference all the